Have you ever felt it? That strange, unexplainable pull, as if someone, somewhere, is thinking about you. You're sitting alone, lost in thought, and suddenly their name echoes in your mind. A whisper, a feeling, a presence. You don't know why, but for some reason, you can't shake the thought of them. And then, out of nowhere, your phone lights up with their message. Or you run into them at a place you never expected, or you hear someone mention their name in a passing conversation. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe it's something much deeper. Psychologists believe that when two people share a strong emotional connection, their minds stay linked, even when they are miles apart. It's not magic, it's not superstition, it's a powerful unseen force, a psychological and emotional bond that science is only beginning to understand. So how do you know for sure? How do you know if you're truly on someone's mind as much as they are on yours? They say the human mind is more powerful than we can comprehend. It senses things before we even realize. It picks up unspoken emotions, hidden thoughts, and silent signals from those we are connected to. Some call it intuition, some call it energy, and some call it fate. Have you ever found yourself thinking about someone out of nowhere? Not because you saw them recently. Not because something reminded you of them. Just because you're doing something mundane. Washing the dishes, reading a book, or walking down the street. And suddenly, their face flashes in your mind. A memory, a moment, a feeling. You try to shake it off, but it lingers. You keep thinking about them for hours, even days. And then, your phone rings. It's them. Or you scroll through social media and their post appears right at the top, as if the universe placed it there, just for you to see. Or you run into them unexpectedly, in a place where you least expected to see them. Coincidence? Or something greater? Science says that our subconscious mind picks up on patterns our conscious mind doesn't recognize. This means that sometimes when we think about someone, it's not random. It's because, somewhere deep inside, we have sensed their energy. We have picked up on something unseen. And maybe, just maybe, they are thinking about us too. Mirroring behavior is another sign. Have you ever noticed that when you spend a lot of time with someone, you start to pick up their habits, their way of talking, their little gestures, the words they use, the way they laugh, the way they express themselves? It's almost as if, without realizing it, you are becoming a reflection of them. And sometimes, this mirroring continues, even when you're apart. You catch yourself using their phrases, even though they're no longer around. You find yourself ordering the same food they love, even when they're not there. You start humming a song they introduced you to, without even realizing it. It's not just habit, it's a connection that lingers. Psychologists call it mirroring. And it happens when two people are emotionally attuned to each other. It's the mind's way of saying, you are a part of me, and I am a part of you. And when someone is on your mind constantly, it's likely that you are on theirs. Theirs too. But the most powerful signs are the ones you feel, not the ones you see. Have you ever had a sudden shift in emotion? You were fine just moments ago, but suddenly, a wave of sadness hits you, or anxiety, or a deep, unexplainable longing. And you don't know why. But later, you find out someone, somewhere, was thinking of you. Maybe they were missing you. Maybe they were remembering a moment with you. Maybe they were struggling, wishing you were there. Psychologists call this emotional telepathy. It's when two people are so connected that their emotions travel between them, even when words do not. You don't need to speak. And later, when you finally talk, they tell you, I was thinking about you during that time. I was feeling lost, and I wanted to reach out. I didn't say anything, but I wished you were there. Some people dismiss it. Some call it imagination. But those who have felt it, they know it's real. And then there are the dreams. Have you ever dreamed of someone, and the dream felt so real that when you woke up, you could still feel their presence, their voice, their touch, their energy lingering in your heart? And then, within days, they appear, they message you, they find their way back into your reality. Is it just coincidence? Or is it the subconscious mind trying to tell us something? Psychologists say that our dreams are where our deepest emotions live, where unresolved feelings, unspoken thoughts, and hidden connections rise to the surface. So when you dream of someone repeatedly, it's not random, it's a sign that they still exist in your energy, a sign that maybe, just maybe, you still exist in theirs too. And then there's the biggest sign of all. Have you ever noticed that when someone is on your mind constantly, their name starts appearing everywhere? You hear it in songs. You see it on billboards. You notice it in random conversations. It's as if the universe is whispering their name to you. This is known as the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. When your brain is so focused on something, it starts recognizing patterns connected to it everywhere. But what if it's more than just psychology? What if it's the universe aligning things, bringing two people together through unseen forces? Because sometimes, when two souls are meant to cross paths, the signs keep appearing until they finally listen. So what does it truly mean when you can't stop thinking about someone? Is it just nostalgia, a passing thought? Or is it something deeper? If someone lingers in your mind long after they've left your life, if their voice still echoes in your thoughts, if every place, every moment, every little thing reminds you of them, then maybe, just maybe, because when two souls are truly connected, when two minds are constantly drawn to each other, when a bond exists beyond words, something powerful happens. Time slows down, the universe starts aligning, and without even realizing it, you start living in each other's thoughts. Some call it psychology, some call it destiny, but those who have felt it, they know it's real. If you're thinking about someone right now, maybe, just maybe, they're thinking about you too. If their name keeps appearing in your life, perhaps the universe is trying to tell you something. And if someone lingers in your heart long after they're gone, it means they were never truly gone. Some connections cannot be broken. Some thoughts cannot be silenced. And some people, no matter the distance, will always, somehow, find their way back into your mind.